always remembering about cushioning, and for that we need to really concentrate fingertips when you hit the key, but the rest of the hand does kind of like a whipping motion. And when you play like this, you can provide a quite strong sound being really close to the keys, and this is exactly what we need, because in order to play it precisely with a good accuracy, we really have to approach the keys like we have to play the keys when we already feel them, because when you fall on the keys from above, there is of course a bigger chance to miss. That's why I suggest you to practice it in a comfortable tempo, developing that whipping motion when you provide an impulse that goes through the whole hand, but the arm is relaxed, like this. And you see there is like freeing up cushioning motion right after the hit. Same in the left hand. This is only possible if your shoulders and back is relaxed and you feel that your head is basically like a counterbalancing the whole motion, yeah? Like this. Then it feels like really like great. But of course it's possible only if your fingertips are strong enough. That's why you might want to strengthen them if you feel lack of technical skills, because you basically in piano playing you have to be able to hold much weight on your fingertips. Like for example, when I was young, I was doing some push-ups on fingers. Now I don't do this anymore, but I could really hold the whole weight of my body on just fingertips. So that's very helpful for piano playing, because we really need that stability in the nail joints here. And you practice first in a comfortable tempo like this, making sure that you really play from the keys and releasing between positions. When you have another position like here, you move quickly, but first you feel the next position and then you play it. And you see complete freedom between positions, and you first feel the keys with the skin of your fingers and then you play them. And you don't try to get more from the instrument than it's ready to give you. You just play it like normal solid forte in order to feel an embodied sensation, provide much sound but not too much. Yeah? We don't want to make it again a very bombastic effect here. That's why just concentrating on a comfort first. Especially this one is tricky. Move quickly, but first feel that augmented chord under your hand and then play it. Here, make sure to really roll through this chord in an explicit way when you would support each finger, like this. But release all the other fingers. Don't hold anything. So it should be very dense, but nevertheless, we can't really stuck there. This doesn't work, yeah? So. And the next part, of course, is a bit challenging. That's why I really suggest you to learn it properly, because most of problems here are caused by lack of memorization, not lack of technique. And first, you just figure out what kind of harmonies we have. C sharp minor, then dominant seventh towards B major, but with a suspension. And then we get to a normal B, and then again dominant seventh towards A major, but we get here with a suspension. So this is what you have to first learn properly, analyzing these chords properly. Always a suspension here, and then we resolve. And then you make sure that you can play it like this in chords really quickly. If you're not able to do it like all the way through, you play it in segments like this. Working on each segment one by one, making sure that you're really confident about where to leap and that you can move freely here, releasing the left hand between hits, but nevertheless supporting in the bottom of the keys. So support, release, support, release, support, release. Always like this. You can also experiment with moving up, push off the bottom of the keys and land from above. Push off, land, push off, land. So then you would have kind of a rounded trajectory, which also feels pretty good. In the right hand, first learning chords, supporting each fingers evenly, but then when you will already break that thing, you play it on motion in the keyboard, supporting the fifth finger like this, and properly pull in motion supporting the thumb, so you feel how the weight of the hand transfers between 4, 1, 4, 1, in, out, like this. This is essential to support your thumb, because if you stay tense in this part of the hand with unsupported, this is exactly what happens. Looks terrible, feels horrible, and sounds also not really nicely. So make sure to counterbalance effort of the weaker fingers with a good support in the thumb. This is, for example, my maintenance tempo. If I want to really like clean out all the mess, all the tension, I might feel and strengthen my reflexes. And then, of course, speed up in groups. For example, just one bar, and then from here. In general, it's really great to fragment such passages to make sure that you know each chain of a sequence like really well. And then just enlarge those sequence of first half of bar, then 1 bar, then 2 bars, and then you play the whole thing. Then, of course, mental practice is very, very important for this spot. So you just close your eyes and you imagine precisely which fingers play which keys. And then, of course, if you want more challenge, you can transpose this passage into some other keys. Then when we get to the next section, making sure to release after the hit so it would sound powerful, but like a horn. Following the link in the description, you will find a complete course on this piece where you will get a detailed guide on technique efficiency, expressiveness, and many other useful tips to help you improve your piano playing skills.